Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Lynette Gadoni, I'm a counseling psychologist, and here with me I have Anne Musheru, who is a psychotherapist and a passionate educator, and on my right I have Rehab, who is a psychologist as well. So today we are going to discuss how navigating common conflicts in relationships, and we found it best to discuss it, especially now that we are in the month of love, February. So we'll look at that deeper, and I hope that you learn one or two, three things from this video today. So Anne, let's start with you. Tell us more, or tell us what you understand by conflict, and what you can share with us the common conflicts that are there in relationships.
Okay, thanks, Lynette. Maybe we can start by asking ourselves, what is a conflict? And a conflict is just a disagreement between two parties. So that means there's what this person wants and there's what the other one wants, or what this person does and what the other one does, and they are not agreeing. And so there has to be a way of resolving and having a way of working things out. And that is what we call resolution, or conflict management. Because some conflicts cannot really be resolved, but they can be managed. So you learn how to cope with them. And that said, there are two categories of conflicts. We normally have those we call resolvable conflicts. Those are the conflicts that are situational. You just find yourself in a situation and there's something about that situation that is making you disagree. So for instance, we are driving to a wedding, me and my partner, and he's driving too fast. And I feel like that speed is too fast, So I want him to slow down. But for him, it's so important to get there before the chat starts, So we are not agreeing. So how do we resolve that? How do we get to a place where I am comfortable and he's comfortable in that situation? So that is a resolvable conflict, because we can find a way of resolving it and it ends. Now there's another type of conflict that we call perpetual. Just by the meaning of the word, it means it is continuous. It is recurring. So these are the conflicts that have underlying causes. So they are ingrained in our core beliefs and in our maybe the traumas we faced as we were growing up. We were shaped in a particular way, and that's how we show up. So these are conflicts that sometimes may not be resolved fully, but we can find a way of working through them. For instance, an issue of personality, who we are. Maybe it's an issue of parenting, how we come in to parent. How we share roles and responsibilities in the home. So there are those kind of things that they will keep showing up in one aspect or the other, but we may not fully resolve them, but we are able to manage.
And these conflicts, one thing I know, they occur in every relationship. And now that you've talked about communication and personality, maybe Rehab, you can share with us like how that's just one of examples of the solvable conflicts. The driving, is the toothpaste, you're supposed to press below, not in the middle. If it's pressed, there's an issue about it. So how do you feel, what do you think how can people resolve such small conflicts in a relationship?
Thank you, Lynette. So borrowing from what Anne has said, I think the resolvable conflict is mainly about awareness, because like now, for example, if your husband is driving fast and you feel it's too fast for him to drive, understanding that like now from the example Anne has given, it's important for him to be on time. Maybe for you, it's not really a big deal. So is it something that should break, the harmony within the relationship, So being aware and then knowing where to place emphasis, The toothpaste, is it hindering the other flow? In a relationship, there are other things that come into the relationship that feed into that relationship. Is it breaking that? If it is, then it needs to be dealt with. But if it's something that is not, it's not something that can break the natural flow of the relationship, so can you overlook you know, or do you communicate to your partner? By the way, when you drive that fast, it makes me uneasy. You know, could we be leaving earlier? Yeah, so that we can avoid the rush. Or, you know, when you press the toothpaste like this, I feel like you are, you know, you're absent-minded. When you leave your socks anywhere, you know, or when you find I have arranged things this way and then you disarrange them, you know, it makes me feel like you don't care for how my routine sensitivity is. Yeah, so I think as a couple, the person who is grieved, when we talk about the ones that are resolvable, you need to decide within yourself, is this a make or break? If it is not, can I put it aside? Or can I find a way to communicate it and then we agree? Yeah.
Because when you're looking at communication, it's how both of you are talking to each other. Because if one of you is shouting and the other one is calm, there's no way of resolving this conflict. Because the one who is calm will get pissed off, catch feelings. So the situation is still there. So when you're communicating, you have to communicate in a healthy way. It doesn't matter the situation, may be big or small. How you communicate is very, very important. When you both of you are calm. Because usually say when both of you are calm, that's the best time to have a conversation. But when someone is, their emotions are high and yours are there, don't have that conversation until that the person whose emotions are high are a bit low, so that both of you can reason together. So when you're talking about the perpetual ones now, maybe you can share with us more about that. Not the ones that maybe occur, the common one, the heavier one, and how we can go about it.
Yes. So we say the perpetual ones, they have a root cause. And they are kind of the way this person is wired to do their things. And these things are different for each person. What I and my partner could consider as so key may actually be not for somebody else. So it's important to note that difference because it depends again on the person. So for instance, the issue of personality I think is very key when it comes to relationship, and it is a big deal when it, in terms of the perpetual conflicts, because this is how you show up. This is who you are. How you're wired. How do you respond? How do you resolve? How do you view things? So some people are generally calm just by nature, and some people are generally more aggressive. Think of that person who is a choleric, and what they want is goal. Let's achieve that. Let's go for it, and they may not be very empathetic. And if you pair that person with another person who is phlegmatic, meaning they are more calm, they are more a bit laid back, they don't want to attack, they resolve things more internally than externally. So put these two people together. What is likely to happen, Lynette? They are going to conflict because one person will be towering over the other, and so they may not find a common ground to talk to each other. And so I think personality differences are something that somebody needs to be aware. That my husband is like this, my partner is like this, and that's why he shows up like this. So I don't know if you've come across maybe people who have differing personalities.
I have. I usually feel like it depends. When you have the same, almost the same personality, becomes easier to resolve. When you have someone who is maybe a choleric and someone like even a sanguine, it becomes challenging. It just depends. Now, if I'm the one who is choleric, I have to be aware I'm choleric. And I know these are where I want things and all those things, but can I regulate myself so that I can accommodate the other person? Because most times we don't accommodate each other. So I think with the personalities, it totally depends. But now the one who has a higher, like the one who is a bit okay, let me say just the cholerics, they need to regulate, or even everyone who has a different personality has to regulate it one way or another. Yeah, I think that's my take.
Yeah, I think I agree with you guys that and then the funny thing is opposites attract.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
So you find like most people, most relationships, you are attracted to the difference in your partner. So if you're quieter, you like that they are boisterous, they are outgoing, and you like that this person is quiet and intuitive. But then in a relationship, that same attraction becomes a vexation. You know, now the guy is feeling this girl, she's too quiet, she overthinks. You know, we can't get to a decision, she will take forever. And the lady maybe is feeling he's too aggressive, you know, he doesn't consider my feelings, you know, he just is out there too much. And so again, I hear like we're going back to awareness, like understanding that this is who this person shows up as. They might never change, but they can learn, you know. So if it is the lady, when it comes to decision making, can she highlight maybe what makes me take time before I make a decision? Are there internal fears that I have that I need to overcome? And then for the gentleman, he needs to identify what is it about my inner workings that make me so spontaneous and I'm just out there. Can I learn how to slow down so that, like Anne was saying, I bring my spouse along? So I hear like the way to deal with these perpetual issues is awareness, you know, and always catching yourself, you know, catching yourself because this is who you are naturally. So you catch yourself when you're being abrasive, when you're being assertive, you're being hurtful with your words. You catch yourself when you're being slow and pensive and cautious and overly sensitive. You catch yourself.
And maybe it is important for solving these issues as they come up, because I'm imagining these two people in the same room. The phlegmatic person is hurt, but because they don't know how to rise to that occasion and talk for themselves, they hold it. And so what happens? It compounds. So how about if people learn to deal with things when they are on the go, such that I come and tell you, when you do this and this, I feel. We talk about I statements. It makes me feel sad. It makes me feel angry. I wish it was like this and that. You know. So for instance, if this person is too aggressive when they are communicating something, I want us to go now. Like, what are you still doing? So the phlegmatic partner can rise and say, you know, when you raise your voice like that, it makes me feel sad. So how about if you just come to me and tell me in a calm way? You know, so you talk about your feelings so that the other person can connect to that.
That is such a powerful way of resolving conflict. By using the I statements. I feel when you do this, I feel. That's a very powerful way, because there's so many issues in relationships. Like, and some you cannot escape them. They'll always be there. But what we are trying to say is that as much as the conflicts are there, let's try to resolve them. Because the more you leave them there, the more it keeps on damaging both of you. So deal with issues when both of you are at a good place, at a good state emotionally, not when emotions are high, and also use the I statements and communicate exactly how you feel. So that's what we wanted to bring across today, and it's very important that you take that home. And also we would like you to have an open mind. When you get into relationships, because there are people who are like, hey, I don't want to get into relationships because inakuta issues and all that stuff. They're there. We are not like, we have seen that a lot, and we have experienced that. So we urge you to take 1 or 2, 3 things from this video, and also make sure you ask a question or leave a comment down below, because we'll be able to get back to you by answering your questions. Also, we are glad that you joined us today. It was really lovely, the conversation. I also learned something. So I also hope you've learned something as well. So kindly feel free to subscribe, to share, and to like our video. And if there's any question, any concern, reach out to us in the comments, and also you can reach out to KeepCo. We offer counseling services, we offer counseling classes, all kinds of topics, parenting, marriage, counseling supervision. So always feel free. So you can also get us on our website where we offer all the courses that are there, even business courses that are there. So you can just search keepco.ac.ke and you'll be able to get all the details there. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.